Guys, I'm not sure what I'm witnessing here, but I believe that I'm witnessing a portal opening.
75% of the mass of a human brain is made up of a substance called myelin.
It was a family with a name you might have heard before. A group of people who belong to one of the most powerful and wealthy bloodlines on this earth. The Rockefellers.
Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. Quick one. If I ask you who Michael Rockefeller is, would you know? Have you heard the story? Well, stick around to the end and find out. You don't want to miss this one. Before we start, it's what I say. YouTube drive you mad sometimes. I got a warning for medical misinformation. There was a 30-year-old clip of Method Man speaking about the Illuminati and whatnot. He might have mentioned vaccines. Can't even remember at this point, but how pathetic is that? Every single one of them in bed together. Big Pharma have got all these big companies in bed together. Money talk. Pathetic.
Nobody wants to speak up, so I will. So allegedly, in Antarctica, NASA just discovered what they're calling a parallel universe. Let me say that again. A parallel universe. But in this parallel universe, time flows backwards. So you're telling me y'all just out there searching for cosmic particles, searching for whatever those are, and boom, you just bump into a parallel universe. So basically, in that universe that they found, everything that has to do with time is in reverse. Sort of like if you throw a ball forward, instead of the ball going forward, it'll go backward. Sort of like if you spill a can of soda, instead of the soda going down, it'll go up. So that makes sense to y'all? Because what's going on, man? You know what's crazy? Anytime that I'm talking about stuff like this, I always revert back to going to sleep. Because sleeping is the weirdest thing to me that is here with us on this planet. Like when we go to sleep, you don't know where the hell you be. And you be places. You be places everywhere. And then you wake up and you like, where was I? I was there. And it felt like you was there. So what if? Just what if? Oh man. Here's the thing, right? We all know about Antarctica. And when we talk about Antarctica, we can't talk about Antarctica. So them saying that they found this in Antarctica, I believe it, one. And two, they've been new. It's too much shit going on that we are seeing right now. Like 2024. Made another video last night that I ain't even drop. I'm about to drop it in a few. But let me tell you something. 2024 is opening up the door for 2025 to be the craziest year that we might ever see. This shit is crazy. No.
Yeah, I believe in them. NASA? No. I cannot stand NASA. If they're telling you that there's parallel universes in Antarctica, then there probably isn't, which is disheartening because I think there's things going on in Antarctica. Obviously, we all know at this point. It's just NASA, they're driving me mad. They're doing great work out there. They've got the astronauts wearing snorkels now. They even take rodents on the outside of the ships with them in space. If you know, you know. Absolute jokers, man. They're even kind enough to give their astronauts wires and stuff to swing around on in the low Earth gravity, the low Earth orbit. Anyway, I'm rambling about NASA again.
Guys, I'm not sure what I'm witnessing here, but I believe that I'm witnessing a portal opening up and then a 1950s plane fly out of the portal. And it scared the heck out of me. Look at this. Unfortunately, I stopped for a split second.
That thing was just
because it started to look like it was flying towards me. Look at this footage. Look at the portal open.
Dude.
Is this not completely insane?
Oh God, please be a plane. Please be a plane. Please be a plane. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
I've seen this a few times now, a few different angles, a few different videos of the portal opening up. things obviously going on. So I don't think it's a question if it's real. It's a question of what is it doing on the moon. Do you know what I mean? Strange. It just gets stranger and stranger, doesn't it? What is going on? 2025 is lining up to be a cracker, man. Or the end of the world. No scaremongering.
Nothing nefarious apparently, but they're checking it all out because I think it's just one. There's a lot of drones authorized up there. I think one started and they all got it. Everybody's wanting to get in the deal, but we're following the quote. And so far, no sensitive date.
This is actual footage of me speaking. I can't talk, I'm like, trip over my words. So I am Biden. Nah, someone get Grandad to bed, it's tight at this point, it's cruel, man. That is an old man. Politician or not, he's an old man. He needs putting on a leash. Come on, man. It's like they're just throwing him out there and they're using him. Honestly, it's cruel. Live on TV, it's cruel. But they don't care, do they? No one cares.
This here is one of the most convincing Bigfoot encounters ever. A couple were in Port Renfrew, a small town in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, specifically on Vancouver Island, when they would have this encounter that they couldn't explain. The wife spots it first. She looked at her husband with her finger to her lip to indicate him to be quiet, and she pointed in the direction of the beast. About 200 feet from them is a massive, unidentified creature. It has lightish colored fur and it has extremely broad shoulders. It seems it's trying to hide in the brush. Even though we can only see the top right portion of the creature, we can tell it's something massive and not any animal we know of. The couple recalls they first thought it was a bear, but realized it was more bipedal. And it also had way lighter fur than the black bears in the area. And it also had a cone-shaped head. They also later stated that the area near the creature had a musty smell to it. Definitely some convincing evidence.
Bigfoot clip, keep it fresh in your mind. One day you might spark an interest and go down the rabbit hole and find out that Bigfoot is not what we thought it was. I went through a phase of not even thinking about Bigfoot because I never seen it. I'd always have them Bigfoot programs where it's just all drama and nothing ever happens, or you would have found it by now in my head, back of my head. And then I started getting back into it, realising, well, I've been over it and this a few times. When I got back into it, through Fred Rowe, I think it was, then I'm just like, this is not what I thought it was. But no one's paying attention. They're just too stubborn to like even look. That's why we don't get anywhere. Anyway.
75% of the mass of the human brain is made up of a substance called myelin. And myelin is made up 100% by cholesterol. I'll leave it there. On a separate and completely unrelated subject, Alzheimer's disease is a neurodegenerative brain disease which destroys brain cells. Now, Alzheimer's never existed until 1979. And yet now it is one of the leading causes of death in Western societies. On a separate and completely unrelated subject, margarine was first invented in 1869 because Napoleon wanted a cheaper and longer lasting fat for his armies to travel with. It didn't gain popularity until the Second World War, when butter and other animal fats were scarce. Grew in popularity in the 50s, but by the 70s the animal fats in it had been replaced with vegetable oils, because obviously animal fats contain saturated fat and a lot of cholesterol, so they wanted to offer a lower cholesterol alternative. I'll leave it there. On a separate and completely unrelated subject, margarine is one molecule away from being plastic. Now, as any chemist will tell you, one molecule can make a huge difference to the finished compound. Take ethanol and methanol, for example. One molecule difference, but very, very, very different results when ingested into the human body. Right? So I'll leave it there. On a separate and completely unrelated subject, a simple experiment to do at home is to take a slab of butter, a slab of vegetable margarine with no animal fats in, and a slab of plastic, and stick them all outside in your garden and have a look what happens. Very quickly, all the wildlife in the area is going to be attracted to that butter, from the flies and the beetles and the mini beasts through the birds, the rodents, all the way up to the apex predators, foxes, badgers, bears. If there happens to be no other wildlife around, then bacteria and mold will very, very quickly consume it because it's easily digestible for all organic life forms. The margarine and the plastic will sit there for weeks. Nothing in nature will touch them. Try it. I'll leave it there.
This is for entertainment purposes only, because I'm at the risk of spreading medical misinformation of margarine. I'm just going to leave that one there. But I will say, look up Barbara O'Neill if you don't know. If you do know, then you know. But I'm just going to leave that one there.
There's that Star of Jacob that's popping up.
Dude, so scary.
So they're saying that this Star Jacob is the same star that came about when Jesus was born, and that's the star that the wise men followed.
That's super dope.
So apparently this star appears every 2,000 years, and there's people saying that with this Star of Jacob appearing, that Jesus's return is inevitable.
And it was
Star
huge,
of Jacob?
dude. Like, it's literally just like...
Or just a 2,000 year thing?
Yeah, weird electric, like, it's different.
One dude said that if it is the Star of Jacob, like the one that appeared with Christ, he said, wouldn't it make sense that no one knew necessarily about Christ except for the three wise men, the shepherds, and Joseph and Mary, but it took 30 years for him to be known to the world. So could it be another 30 years before Jesus makes his appearance?
Try 3 years, 2027.
Please. If that's the one thing that we can get behind, I'm like, you give me 3 years. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm just tired of all this toiling.
Sorry for Zion Luthen.
It's your birthday!
There's
Star of Jacob, I've heard of it, but I'm not clued up on it. I'm sure someone out there is very clued up on it. So if you do know anything about it, please do let me know in the comments, because I want to know more. Every day's a school day and I want to learn. I want to learn more about loads of things that I've been guilty of dismissing in the past, or been ignorant of. Other people's beliefs, it's always been about what I thought. So I want to change, I want to learn, I want to grow. And I need people to help me with that. So if you do know anything about anything, let us know.
Looking at a video now, this is so crazy to see.
This is the bottom of the supply chain of your iPhone, of your Tesla, of your Samsung. I mean, I'm just naming those companies.
Right.
It's all of them, right? All of them. And here's what you need to know, Joe, about this video. This is an industrial cobalt mine where there's not supposed to be one artisanal miner. Now, that's the term used for people who are just digging by hand as opposed to tractors and excavators. There's not supposed to be one here. That's what the story is told at the top of the chain. There's more than 15,000 human beings crammed into that pit, digging by hand. And if you have sound, you hear the mallets, you hear the shouting, you hear the grunts. And that's the truth that needs to get out there. That's the truth people need to understand, because this is a story that goes back generations. There's these fictions told at the top of the chain about what conditions are like at the bottom, and truth seekers have to go find that truth and enlighten civilization so that people get agitated about it and want to do something about it. So there's no clean cobalt. Let's just make that totally abundantly clear.
We're guilty of this. Look at these phones. I'm using a phone now. It's modern day slavery, and everyone on the world stage is loving it. Everyone's gaining from it. All of us, we're all guilty of it. How can it's disgusting, man. Can you imagine the health problems they have? Breathing difficulties, tinnitus, white finger, bad circulation, bad backs. No one there to feel sorry for them. All fighting for a bit of change. It's proper sickening, man. So horrible. All for profit. They could just pay them a decent wage, give them like a real job, like they do in Western. Well, we don't. We're on garbage now, but what it used to be like. But we have got no problems compared to these. You know what I mean? First world problems we have, but no one should have problems. That's the whole idea. We should grow our own food, have free electricity, stop it being suppressed. They've made enough money, man. Enough's enough. Need everybody to rise up. Not little groups of people. It doesn't do anything. You need billions. What are they gonna do? There's about 7 families that run the world. What are they gonna do against 7 billion people? Do you know what I mean? But they've already won. They're good at what they do. They're divided and they're conquering.
Many laws making it near impossible to obtain raw milk. But you'll never guess who was one of the forerunners for this pasteurization movement. It was a family with a name you might have heard before. A group of people who belong to one of the most powerful and wealthy bloodlines on this earth. The Rockefellers. In 1933, Rockefeller Dairy patented new and expensive industrial machinery with the purpose of pasteurizing milk. But the Rockefellers needed demand for their new industrial machinery. And what better way of creating demand than by making it mandatory by law? With their wide range of governmental contacts and deep wealth, the Rockefellers managed to lobby a new law in place. This law stated that all milk should henceforth be pasteurized. Now this caused an outrage among small farmers, and many of them protested the law. These farmers had no way of affording the expensive pasteurization machinery, which was now required by law.
Well. It milked brilliant. Rockefellers. Oh, the Rockefellers. Oh, the Rockefellers. They run the education system. They run people's health. They've got the medical field all wrapped up. They run the world. And it's just so... I can't believe how well it's worked for them. Like, you have to give them a bit of credit for the way they've done it. Like, they've changed the world. Like, they run the world. They decided they were going to do it and they did it. But now they're all like 1 million. The dinosaurs are from them. Didn't one die the week in a fire? I can't remember. Do you know what I mean? Died in a fire. Sure he did. But I don't know, man. They're good at what they do, but it's old hat, it's old fashioned. How we not done anything yet? I just don't get it, man. It gives people content on YouTube, people like me, but nothing ever gets done. It's probably why, well, you'll find out on the Michael clip.
Something's up. Something big is up. NASA turned off all of their webs, all of the telescopes. Anything showing an image of Earth and outer space. Everything is shut down. So now ask yourself, why is NASA shutting off all of the imagery surrounding Earth and our solar system? What's going on with that? Why? Why all of a sudden now, more than ever, that we want to watch the skies and see what's going around our planet, have all their telescopes that were public been shut down? Not that they're shut down forever. It says not available. And I didn't find this out because of a disclosure or anything. I know this because every day I'm on my phone looking at the Hubble, looking at what they've discovered. They have massive telescopes that you can go on their website and click around and move around. I had a lot of videos of it on my previous large account. So now we can't see that. I have a huge telescope, but outside it's snowing and you can't see anything. Last update said that the orbs are now in upstate New York, and here I am. I drove all the way to New Jersey. They just followed me home, I guess. I had some videos and I posted them on one of my small backup accounts. It wasn't even up an hour and a half, and it got a violet for low quality imagery. I'm recording outer space, so I've never gotten that type of thing before. Like, I've seen violets of all different kinds for the silliest reasons, but never on a brand new account that didn't have any previous violence get one so fast and for such a bogus reason. The same quality of recording of all the other videos I did on all the other accounts, but that one with the footage, eliminated. So what's going on with NASA not allowing us to see what's going around Earth and our solar system? And now the videos of the real footage are being taken down, and only like these silly 2-3 viral videos of the low quality imagery are allowed. Make it make sense. I'm gonna do a sub-only video. I have seen them give out violets for videos for the most insane reasons, but never ever did I get one for a low quality video. That video, I said that they were throne and seraphim angels. That must have flipped off the algorithm. Yeah, and then post everything sub only now. I told you guys. They won't let you post the real stuff. They're just letting you keep up these cartoons. And you know what's funny? The videos that have gone viral are very low quality. Mine is great. I'm not sure what they're trying to do, but they're not letting you post the real stuff.
Again, I don't believe a word that comes out of NASA's mouth. But if they're turning stuff off, could be double bluff. Don't know what's going on, man. It's a joke. NASA is a joke, man. How this still going is beyond me. I get it, man. It used to be like really, I can imagine like in the 50s, 60s, 70s America, where it was all like patriotic and it was just, you look up to your government and stuff like that. I get them people, I get that older generation not believing this generation, but this generation, how they're so brainwashed by the things that NASA put out, these pictures. How could you sit there and tell me the pictures that NASA put out, even though after they tell you the CGI, they're photoshopped, that you can still turn around and argue with people in the comment section saying, I feel smart when I come to this comment section. No, just try to get on your high horse because in real life you're not clever. You want to act clever on the internet because you're strengthening numbers and all that. Grow up, man. So you just like, think for yourself. You see these CGI pictures, clearly CGI pictures, clearly cartoon images, and my brain hurts. I'm moving on.
This is Michael Rockefeller, and this is his last ever photograph taken with the Asmat cannibal tribe. Michael's mysterious disappearance in November 1961 has led to many theories and speculations. This includes drowning, eaten by a crocodile, or eaten by the tribe themselves. Michael's body was never found despite multiple efforts. However, in 1969, footage shot by the National Geographic showed what looks to be a rowing tribesman with similar appearance to Michael. He was caught on film not far from where he disappeared. Do you think it's the same person?
Well, what do you think about that? Do you think he did one? Do you reckon he was the black sheep of the family? Didn't want nothing to do with it. He was the good guy. Thought I'm getting rid of these, shaking these lizards. You know what I mean? What do you reckon? Do you reckon he's still alive? Do you reckon he's gone now? Do you reckon that was him? Do you reckon it's not him? Do you reckon... What do you reckon? Reckon? Well, I believe that was him. He wasn't all about the money. He wanted to go back to basics. He'd seen too much, been through too much, seen where it was heading, and got out when he could. And he probably didn't like it. They probably threatened him if he come back. Or he just disappeared, and he had protection of them because not even the Rockefellers can get to them tribes. They're the real gangsters. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. Again, I appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one, yeah? Ciao, ciao.